Hello friends, my name is Kumar and welcome back to my channel Kumar Programming. Today we are going to cover very important JavaScript questions as what is the difference between map and WeakMap object. So let's first of all understand what is map and WeakMap. In JavaScript, both map and WeakMap are data structure that allow you to store key value pair. So map and weak map both are data structure, okay, and it allow us to store key values pair. However, they are having a lot of differences. So we will see each and every differences one by one. So our first difference is key type. In map, key can be any data type, including primitive values like string, number, boolean, symbol, as well as non-primitive data type as object. So in map, key can be any data type. That is the one of major difference we have. And on the other hands, in the weak map, key must be an object. Okay, primitive values cannot be used as a key. Now let's see these differences side by side in the practical demonstration as well. Let me flip to the Visual Studio. Here, this is the blank project that I have created in my previous video. Here in our JavaScript folder, I'm going to create another folder as an object because these questions belong to objects. And inside this object, I'm going to create one more file as a map underscore weakmap.js file. Now here, let me log console.warn map as well as log weakmap as well. This message is not reflecting here because we haven't referenced this JavaScript file to the index.html. So now let's provide the reference. So here below our body tag, here I will give script type equal to text JavaScript and then src tag src equal to, we have this JavaScript folder in the root directory itself. So here we will give JavaScript, then objects, and then mapweak.js file. Okay. Now here you can see we are seeing the warning messages over here. Okay. I put inside the warn so we can easily recognize both of them. So now here I'll create our map and weak map both and we will see the differences over here. Now let me create a map object here. Let my map equal to new map. Okay. And similarly, we will create a object for weak map as well. My weak map. Okay. So as per our definition, map and weak map both are used to store the key value pairs. Okay. So here we will create some of the keys. So if you see here, I have created a key string as string and I have taken a key object where I have taken an object. Here I'll give name as a, we can have the blank object as well. However, I'm going to use a name property inside my object. So here Kumar, and I have taken a key function as well. Okay. Similarly, I'll create key string 1 and key object 1 here. Okay. For our weak map. Now we will set some values to the map as well as weak map. So in order to set the value in map and weak map, we have a set method. So my map dot set, and here we have to first provide the key. So I'm just going to take my first key string and then I will give value associated with key string type. Okay. Similarly, I will do for key object as well. And in the value inside, I'll put key value associated with the key object data type. And similarly, I'll do for function as well. Okay, value associated with key function type. Similarly, I'll do for weak map as well. So let me weak map my weak map dot set. I'll try to put key as a key string, which is a primitive data type. So I'll put as a key string 1 and then value I'll put as a value associated with string type key. Okay. Now here clearly you can see there is an error, uncaught type error, invalid value used as weak map key. Okay. So here we cannot use as a string data type or primitive data type like string, number, boolean, that we cannot use. Always we must have to use as a object key. Okay, so if I comment this line and I try to use this key object here with object key type. Okay, now if you see the error gone. So our first difference was in map key can be any data type. Okay, and in weak map key must be object data type. Okay, now our second difference is size property. In map we have a size property and that allow us to easily get the number of key value pair inside the map. Okay, however in weak map we don't have any size property and there is no direct way to determine the number of key value pair. Now let's see in the code as well. Here already I am having 3 key value pair over here in my map, so I'm going to here use my map dot size. Okay, so here you can see here we have a size property, right? Now let me log it, my map size, and then I need to use dollar sign curly bracket and then map size. Okay, now let me save it. It should be running on port. Yeah, so see here my map size is 3. However, if I check in our my map dot size, we get as a undefined, and here if I press dot size, see here we don't have any property as size over here for weak map. So here I can say weak map is not having any size property, don't have size property. Okay, now let's go back and see what is the third difference we have. So our third difference is iterability. Okay, map is iterable, which means you can easily iterate over its key value by using forEach or forOf methods. However, in weak map, it's not iterable and it does not have any method for directly iterating over the key values pair. Now let's see in the code. Now let me iterate here. So I'm going to use my map dot forEach, and inside that I'm going to call the fat arrow function. Okay, and here we have to pass our value and key. Okay, now inside our for each loop, here we can get our key and value. So console dot log, I'm going to use here key dollar sign, then curly braces, and then key dollar sign curly braces value. Okay, now let's save it. Let me make it a bit small. So see here we are iterating. First key is a string, right? And then we have value associated with the key string value. So here we have the value, and second key is object. See here we are getting the object and value associated key with object data type. And third one we have the key function. So here key is function and the value associated with the key function type. Okay, so we can iterate our map object. However, on the other side weak map cannot be iterate. Okay, so now let's see my weak map dot for each. See, we don't have any method as such for each, but if you see here dot for each, see here we have the method, we have the method sign over here, but in weak map we don't have any for each method. Okay, so weak map cannot be iterated. Okay, so I can write here, let me make it down. Yeah, weak map can not iterate. Okay, right. Now let me show you one more thing. If we would like to get the value from any specific key and check if that key is present inside the collection or not. So what we have to do here, we can use get method my map dot get by using key value. Okay, if you pass the key inside the get method, you will get the value. So here console dot log, let me write here get method. Okay, and let's put this inside our template literal dollar sign curly braces, and now save it. So here we have passed the key string and we are getting the value as value associated with the key string type. Okay, And one more thing that we can use here, has method. Here we can my has key string. If you are having a specific key inside our map object, then it will provide the true. Okay, now save it, and here you'll see has method, we are having true. Now if I put some other value, has, if we have this key, this key should not be there inside our map object, so it should return false. See, has method, it's showing false. Let me check for the object as well, key object. Now it should return true. So let's try with our weak map as well. So here weak map get method and weak map has method. Okay, now here I will use my weak map, and here I'll use my weak map. Okay, and here we have key string 1, and here we have key object. Okay, key object 1. Fine. Now let's save it. See here. So here you can see a weak map get method. It's showing undefined. So key string is not associated with this because we cannot associate a string type. So here we will check for key object 1 value, because key object 1 is associated with my weak map. Now see, yeah, here we get the weak map get method value associated with object key type. Okay, now let me put it after iteration so it would be more clear. Yep. So far we have covered map can have key of any data type. Also, map is having a size property, and map can be iterable, and map is having get method to find the value from any specific key, and it's having has method to check if any key is available inside the object or not. Okay. And in the weak map, we can set only object data type as a key. No other data type can be used, and weak map is not having any size property. Okay, and there is no method to check its size as well. And weak map is also having get and has method to check the value key is available inside the object or not. Okay, now let's see what is the next difference we have. So our next difference is garbage collection. Here in map, keys are strongly held. What does it mean? This means that as long as key is present in the map, it won't be garbage collected, even if there are no other references to it. Okay, so in map, keys are strongly held. On the other side, in weak map, keys are weakly held. It means that if there are no other references to the key, it can be garbage collected. Okay, and this behavior is useful when you want to associate data with object but don't want to prevent those objects from being garbage collected. Okay, now let's understand in the code what exactly it is. Let's flip to the Visual Studio. Here if I set null value to any keys, okay, so here I'm taking this key string. I'm going to set a key string equal to null. Okay, so it means I don't have any key string as of now, but still we have already set this key string inside this map object, right? If we pass this key string as a null, still we will get this map size 3. Now let's save it. See, still we can see map size is 3. And if we want to check the value as well, see here in the for each loop, we can see we are getting the key and value. Okay, now on the other side, in the weak map, let me pass this key object as a null equal to null. So what's going to happen? We won't get this value because this key is not available anymore. Okay, and it is weakly held with the weak map object, right? So what will happen once we put this key object one null value, then it's going to be garbage collected. There is no reference. Okay, and it's taking the reference. So what will happen? We will get the, so here you can see get method is showing as undefined, and inside our weak map has method it's showing false since that key is not available anymore. Okay, now let's see what is the next difference which we have. So our next difference is performance. Map might be having slightly better performance than weak map because weak map is having some garbage collection behavior, right? And that is a overhead to the weak map. And on the other side, weak map is having less performance because of garbage overhead, right? we cannot see really performance in the code until and unless we are not having a huge amount of key value stored inside map and weak map. Okay, now let's see what is the next difference that we have. So next difference is use cases. So let's understand where we have to use map and where we have to use weak map. Okay, so map, when you want to create a general purpose key value store, right? In that case, we need to use map, and that can be iterated by using our keys or value. On the other hand, weak map, when you want to associate private or any auxiliary data with the object, in that case, we need to use weak map. And also, if we don't want to prevent those objects from being garbage collected, so in that case, we have to use weak map. So friends, I hope that you understood about the differences in between map and weak map, and you can explain this during your interview. And in last, friends, there is a humble request: if you have not subscribed this channel, please subscribe it and press the bell icon so you'll get the notification of all of my upcoming videos. So that's all for the day. I'll see you in my next video. Till then, take care and keep learning.